This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
Developing right now in the Metro East, the search for a person who shot a Granite City police officer. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. It happened late last night when officers responded to a home on Delmar Avenue in Granite City. The suspect fired shots and a bullet hit one of the officers. 5 on your side's Laura Barcheski is at the Granite City Police Department with more information. She's live with the latest. Laura?
Okay, at this hour, police are still looking for that suspect who ran off after shooting a Granite City police officer. Police say that officer has non-life-threatening injuries and is expected to recover. It happened just after 10 o'clock last night when Granite City police were responding to a call on Delmar between 24th and 25th Streets. Police didn't say what kind of call that was, but when they got there, they tried to talk with the suspect who then fired shots at them. The officers then returned fire, and that's when the shooter took off. The Madison County Sheriff's Department and Illinois State Police were all on the scene last night. They blocked off the roads as they collected evidence and talked to neighbors. Illinois State Police are leading the investigation into the officer's use of force in this case, and investigators will turn over their findings to the Madison County Attorney's Office. We'll have more from the Granite City Police Department here shortly. I'm expecting to talk with them very soon. We'll bring you the latest tonight at 4 and 6. Reporting live in Granite City, Laura Barcheski, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Laura. Also developing, the major case squad just announced it's investigating a homicide in Cahokia Heights. About 15 investigators are looking for the person who killed Bradford Reedus in a home on Mildred Avenue yesterday afternoon. If you can offer any information, you are asked to call police. We have new information today about a triple shooting that left 2 teenagers dead in Oakville. St. Louis County Police have identified the second victim as 16-year-old Tyree Williams. He and 15-year-old Colin Courtwright were found dead on Chalet Forest Drive Monday. A third person is still in the hospital. These 2 Oakville High School seniors are in jail accused in the shootings. 19-year-old Tyler Coleman and 18-year-old Zachary Howe face murder charges. Police say the shooting stemmed from a drug deal involving marijuana cartridges. Police in East St. Louis looking for the person who left a man and a woman injured in a drive-by shooting. A 5-month-old baby is also injured and is expected to recover. Officers responded to the scene outside a liquor store on Bond Avenue yesterday afternoon. They say the man and woman were inside their parked car when someone in a passing vehicle opened fire. The baby's injuries are not believed to be from gunfire. New at noon, St. Louis Circuit Attorney Gabe Gore is filing a motion to vacate the murder conviction of Christopher Dunn. He's serving life for the murder of 15-year-old Rico Rogers in 1990. Gore's office says the case against Dunn rested on the testimony of 2 witnesses, a 12-year-old boy and a 14-year-old boy, both of whom later recanted. The 22nd Circuit Court will schedule a hearing to consider the evidence. Developing today, a St. Louis family asking for help locating this missing man. 19-year-old Tamontez Hurt was last seen on street camera video near downtown Kansas City February 1st. He's a freshman at Missouri Western University. His grandmother says he called her with some kind of mental distress and then went to a hospital. He disappeared after being released just a few hours later.
Don't know nowhere he's going in this city, but he's headed straight down Truce. My grandson, with whatever's going on in his mind, walked from 1101 Truce all the way to 77, and nobody thinks that something is wrong with that.
The Missouri Highway Patrol issued a missing person report on Saturday. A former Eureka High School football player and his mother are suing the Rockwood School District. The lawsuit claims members of the team sexually harassed him for nearly 2 years. In the lawsuit, the boy and his mother claim the district failed to intervene. Rockwood says it doesn't comment on pending lawsuits.
And turning our attention to the weather, it is another really nice day. Just notice the clouds are increasing. It's going to stay dry and the wind isn't too terribly high at all. In fact, calm in some spots as that cloud cover continues to stream in tonight and the storm system to the west gets a little closer Our wind will pick up and get a little bit gusty as we head into tonight and definitely tomorrow. Very gusty wind out there. Right now, if you look at Weldon Spring, it's mostly cloudy. Highland, Illinois, mostly cloudy now. There was some sunshine earlier, and even in Cuba, Missouri, a mostly cloudy sky, but some sun mixing in there. In Hillsborough, down in Jefferson County, mostly cloudy. It's 54 right now, going up to, we are believing, about, upper 50s to around 60, and a southeast wind at about 10 miles an hour right now. So mostly cloudy today and very close to 60. Southeast wind at about 5 to 10. There are spotty rain chances tomorrow. I'll time that out a little bit better for you coming up in Maine weather in just a few minutes, Kay?
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Jim. The Vatican makes decisions on parishes fighting consolidation under the All Things New plan. It agrees with St. Louis Archbishop Mitchell Rosansky's decree to combine St. Philip Parish and St. Genevieve Parish, but the Vatican says St. Richard and Creve Coeur can stay open, citing the parish's financial and demographic stability. More than a dozen parishes are still awaiting a decision. The All Things New plan reduced the number of parishes in the Archdiocese because of lower attendance. Happening today, a group of citizens are in Washington, D.C. to fight for federal funding to clean up radioactive contamination in our region. Meanwhile, we're learning that more funding might come from Jefferson City. Governor Mike Parson has requested an additional $225,000 in the state budget. That's money that would go to the Department of Natural Resources to study areas exposed by the radioactive waste from the development of the nuclear bomb that took place in the 1950s. New information today on those applesauce pouches recalled due to lead contamination. Officials in Ecuador say the source comes from a ground cinnamon processor, which is no longer being used, but it's not clear how the lead got into the cinnamon. At least one FDA official believes it was an intentional act, saying some suppliers try to bulk up food by weight by adding things like lead. The recall involves applesauce pouches with Schnucks branding. So far, the CDC says more than 400 kids in the U.S. have elevated blood lead levels linked to that applesauce. Still ahead, a primary loss for Nikki Haley in a state where Donald Trump wasn't even on the ballot. How she lost in Nevada. A car crash may have dashed his dreams to play football, but it's not stopping this teen from looking forward. The feel-good story that has an entire community helping out.